two American hikers who have been imprisoned in Iran on spy charges for 2 years are at a turning point. Shane Bowers and Josh Fattal are expected at a hearing tomorrow in Tehran for what their families hope to be a lead to freedom for both men. Shane Bowers and Josh Fattal have been in prison since 2009. Bowers had been hiking along the unmarked Iraq-Iran border with his fiancée, Sarah Short, and friend Fattal, when they were arrested and charged with spying. Short was released on bail last September and returned to the U.S. Bowers and Fattal have not been seen since February, when they last appeared in court. Their frustrating ordeal has been highlighted by a series of courtroom postponements, most recently in May. The long road to justice has been especially hard for the families, who have worked tirelessly for 2 years to help free their loved ones. And joining us now are Sarah Short and Josh's mother and brother, Laura and Alex Fattal. Good morning. Thank you for all of you to join us this morning. I can imagine that in a case like this, you just never give up hope. But what are you hearing about what happens tomorrow, whether or not that hearing will happen, Sarah?
Well, we're hearing that there's hope that a final decision will be made. This has been a very long time in coming. The first time that we heard from our investigators that we were going to court was over 22 months ago. So Shane and Josh and all of the rest of us have been waiting for this and hoping for this for a long time.
Is there anything specific, Laura, that you've been hearing about what could happen tomorrow and why you should be hopeful right now?
Well, we're very hopeful in that it is scheduled for the day of their capture, the anniversary of their capture. They were taken on July 31st, 2009. Josh and Shane were 27 years old. They are now 29 years old. They've celebrated their 29th birthday in prison. We are hopeful that this anniversary and the following day, being the beginning of Ramadan, will be a propitious time. And we're hopeful that this could be the time we're waiting for. The court hearings had been started November 6th. It was delayed. They had a court hearing on February 6th, and then they were supposed to have a court hearing on May 11th. It didn't happen. So truly, this entire almost second year of detention has been about waiting for the court hearings.
Yeah, Alex, what has it been like to wait and to have hope and then have it taken away and then have it happen over and over again?
The only thing that this detention is accomplishing is it's breaking our hearts, and it's breaking the hearts of people all around the world. We had a rally here in New York just yesterday, well over 100 people there, people flying in from different parts of the country. And the kind of solidarity here and internationally is really overwhelming, from the Secretary General of the United Nations to Muhammad Ali to Desmond Tutu. I mean, it just goes on and on. The world is waiting to celebrate Josh and Shane's freedom. They'll walk into the court in just a few hours, given the time difference, and by the time they walk out, we are praying that they're walking out free men.
Sarah, given that you were there and you've been in a similar position to them now, what do you think is going through their mind at this moment in time?
Well, I imagine it's very similar to what we're feeling. Every day, the anxiety and the tension increases, but also our hope is increasing every day. I was shown compassion and released. It was clear, the Chief of Human Rights stated that the judiciary was convinced that I was incapable of espionage. That was almost 11 months ago, and we pray that the time for compassion for Shane and Josh is very near.
We certainly hope all of your prayers are answered. Thank you so much for joining us, Sarah, Laura, Alex. Thank you.